In this lesson, we will be estimating diameters, finding the perimeter of a semicircular region, and finding the area of circles. We've already learned about radius, diameter, and circumference of circles. So if we're estimating the diameter of a circle, it means that we already know the circumference, and we need to figure out what the diameter is. To do that, you're going to need the formula for finding circumference, which is c equals pi times diameter. Let's use an example with this caution tape. It says that the circumference is 31.4 inches. So if we know that that is the circumference, they tell us the circumference of the roll of caution tape decreases 10.5 inches after a construction worker uses some of it. Which is the best estimate of the diameter of the roll after the decrease? We know that means that once that construction worker has used some of the tape, the diameter will have gotten smaller, and they say it's gotten smaller by 10.5 inches. So how do we estimate the actual answer? If we use our circumference formula, we know that the circumference is 31.4, and we have to subtract the 10.5, so we get 20.9. We also can replace pi with 3.14, giving us 20.9 equals 3.14 times diameter. Here's where the estimating part comes into play. It's kind of awkward to do math with all of these decimals, and so if you round your numbers, either down or up, it'll be way easier to estimate. If we round 20.9, we can round it up to 21, and 3.14 we can round down to 3. So we end up with 21 equals 3d. Now all we have left to do is solve for the diameter. So if we are multiplying b times 3, we have to do the opposite, which is dividing by 3. So we divide the right side by 3 and we divide the left side by 3. That leaves us with 7 equals d. We did it! We figured out that the new diameter of the tape is 7 inches. Next we're going to move on to finding perimeters of semicircular regions. To find the perimeter of a shape, we would add up the edges, so the distance around all of the different edges, corners, and sides. We know in this half circle that the straight line is 6 meters long, but we don't know what the curved edge is. If we think of this half circle as a whole circle, we can use the formulas we already know, like the circumference formula, to figure out the distance around the entire circle. Then, if we cut it in half, we would know what our missing curved edge is. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll use our circumference formula, and we can change out pi for 3.14, and we know the diameter of this circle is 6 meters. If you multiply 3.14 times 6, you get 18.84. The last step is to divide your circumference by 2, because we found the circumference for the entire circle, and our figure right here is only a half circle. And that's it! We found the circumference of our half circle, and it is 9.42. Oh, right, one last step. Now that we know the circumference of the half circle, we need to add on the 6 meters that's left at the bottom. So 9.42 plus 6 equals 15.42 meters. That's your total perimeter. The last skill you need for this section is learning area of circles. To do that, you need to take pi times the radius squared. Let's use this circle as an example. If we use our area formula, a equals pi times radius squared, we can substitute 3.14 for pi, and if we know that the diameter is 26 inches, half of that is 13. So our radius is 13, and make sure that you put it to the second power. If we follow our order of operations, we know we have to do the exponent first in this problem. So we have to take 13 times 13, which is 169. Then we can multiply that by 3.14. Total area is 530.66 inches squared. So there you go, a quick lesson with estimating diameters, finding perimeters, and understanding the areas of circles. This corresponds with lessons 8.1 and 8.3 in your book. You need to go over this video and practice a little bit of this so that you're ready to do the IXL assignment and the book assignment for this week. Good luck!